Hi, Mateo, and
Hi,
welcome to Mauritius.
thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
And can you present yourself and where you're from and your organization?
Well, myself, I'm Mateus Costa Santos. I am a Brazilian born in Iraq, grown up in Mozambique. I'm part of the regional secretariat of La Via Campesina Southern and Eastern Africa, which is a grouping of members of Via Campesina that exist in this region, and through that we are part of the international movement of Via Campesina.
And what are the main struggle, what are the main battles that the Via Campesina is doing over the region?
Over the region, the basic aim of Via Campesina is to give a platform and be the voice of peasants around the world. In the region, we are in that struggle for food sovereignty, for the expansion and the mainstreaming of agroecology, the struggle for climate justice and peasant feminism, and youth inclusion in agriculture and society as a whole.
And how is the situation in Mozambique when it comes to peasant and...
Well, Mozambique, like many African countries, still produces the majority of its food through small-scale farming, even though it still does not meet the nutritional requirements of the population. The struggles that we are having in Mozambique right now is that the very fast drive of foreign direct investment and critical indebtedness of countries, which push our governments and ultimately our people into situations where we have to deeply compromise our rights and our living conditions in order to service debts and commitments that were not made by the people. So in Mozambique right now we have serious struggles with land, with lack of investment and support to rural development and peasant agriculture. Also the youth are systematically marginalized, the women also, even though we've had some advances, you still see the women in the forefront of the impacts of climate change. But there are good things also happening in the country, and we choose to look on those for inspiration.
And how are you fighting against those issues? How are you mobilizing and organizing?
As a country or as a...
As in an organization, or how are the peasants organizing themselves to make the situation better?
Well, the peasants represented by the organizations which are members of Via Campesina generally understand that they need a voice for their own. So our organization is a bottom-up structure, and our priorities are defined by our constituents themselves. So right now at the regional level we have 5 areas of focus, which are agroecology and climate justice, access to natural resources, impact and advocacy on public policies, peasant rights, and human rights, and the whole issue of human rights defenders.
So you do a lot of advocacy for the peasant. How is it working so far?
Well, we realize that advocacy is not enough, and coming from a peasant base, people are working on the land, people are producing their food, so we want to, and we are focusing a lot of our energy not only in advocacy but also creating and showcasing the alternatives that already exist on the ground, that it should be supported in order to address the multi-layered crisis that we are facing nowadays in our civilization.
Okay. And how did you come to know about the School of Ecology, and what's the pertinence of your participation, and how can it help when you're back to your organization?
I heard about the School of Ecology a number of years ago through allied networks and contacts with some of the organizers. Many of our members have participated in this school over the years, and I see it as a crucial and very important and valuable space for sharing, for inspiration, for learning also. and continuing to build the momentum towards the change we want to see in the world.
Okay, thank you, Mateus.
Thank you.